Hello, hello. It's Brooke-Sidney here, your favorite mindset and manifestation coach. And today I am talking to you about how to manifest your SP and why it could be escaping you. But before I get into it, I just want to remind you there are two ways to work with me. Both ways are listed below. Make sure you join the newsletter for all of the deets. And there's two amazing communities for those of us on this manifestation journey. So today I wanted to have like a real talk about manifesting your SP. And if you didn't see my video that I did earlier, I want you to check that one out because that one's all about self-love. But today I'm going to talk about another aspect of manifesting your SP and what's probably stopping it from a different angle. So I'm going to assume that you're going to work on your self-concept and your self-love. If not, check out this video where I'm talking all about becoming a best friend to you. But today I want to talk about a phenomenon that I see happening in the manifestation community, and that's the idea of chasing. And I think that it has been like manifesting your SP or specific person for those of you that are new to this community, or is manifesting a love, a new love, or an ex, has become almost a bit, dare I say, toxic. Yes, I'm saying toxic. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it is so over focused upon. It is so over focused on. This community really, especially the Neville Goddard Law of Assumption community, really focuses on manifesting their specific person and specifically talking about everyone is you pushed out, and it gets into all this kind of quantum entanglement and really an over focus, I would say, on manifesting this SP. Now, I'm all for manifesting your desires. Y'all know I've done my share of videos on manifesting your SP. However, I would say that my perspective and kind of how I teach it is not on this, idea around no one really has free will and, kind of trying to, as some people say, manipulate the outcome. I teach it from an element of focusing on being self-loving, self-care, your self-concept, and your best friend first. Become your own best friend, right? Focus there first. But the second thing that I'm realizing, and it's really interesting for me to see, is that the focus on getting back a person or the focus on having an SP has almost become obsessive, dare I say. And it's become so much so that you can't help but fall down on the very first premise on manifesting a specific person, and that is putting them on the pedestal, right? You have to take the specific person off of the pedestal. You have to take anything that you want to manifest off the pedestal. And many of us would say, especially if we zoom out of law of assumption theory and just think about manifestation in its entirety, is that at some level you have to surrender the thing. You have to detach in order to allow yourself to step back into your power, which is ultimately what I'm talking about today. So many of you have become so focused on having this exact relationship with your SP that you, my friends, you run the risk of becoming toxic yourself and harming yourself by this obsession with this other person and this obsession with this aspect of your life. You are, in fact, by the very nature of working, you are in a chasing energy, which is the exact opposite of the energy that you want to be. I don't care if you're following law of assumption or law of attraction. That is the exact opposite energy for manifesting the thing that you want. It is a desperate, lack, scarcity, doing the most. If we're going to keep it 100, doing the most energy that is not attractive and is not in harmony or even in your best interest in terms of how you're starting to think about yourself and your relationships? Is any relationship that you truly want one in which you are constantly having to think about it, constantly having to work for it, constantly having to become someone else, and constantly checking on it? No. The relationship that you desire, if you all get really, really clear and really, really honest with yourself, is a relationship where you're able to love yourself and love them, right? Love yourself and love them. Even the scriptures say, love your neighbor as you love yourself. And that involves loving yourself first, right? And so you cannot, I hope y'all are listening, and check out the video I talked about being your best friend and the importance of self-love. I broke it all down. But today I really want to talk about this energy of chasing, this energy of pursuit. And pursuit is not persisting, right? Pushing is not persisting. Being in flow and being in alignment is not, it's not the energy of this chasing, which is what I am seeing occurring. And this fixating and this obsession with the thing being the thing. And at some level, you have to release it in the way that it is controlling your life, controlling your energy, and ultimately making you second best and second in your own life. Because I always go back to, that can't be what God or spirit or your higher self wants for you. Do you think your future self is sitting there thinking you should be spending all of your time, all of your manifestation abilities, all of this on manifesting someone or a relationship? How about working on manifesting everything in your highest interest? And in your highest interest, you're not chasing, you're attracting, you're developing your self-concept and your identity of a person who has the thing. You have the thing. You have the relationship. You are the person with it. You're not the person chasing and constantly worrying after it. And I know that it's subtle. I know that it is. But at some point, you must decide to put yourself back on the pedestal, to put your well-being first, to worry about your self-concept, worry about your emotional and mental health, and get out of this chasing and obsessing energy. And you will be surprised. You will be surprised at what circles back, spins the block, and all of that when you are not concerned with it. When you have put yourself first, you have decided what you stand for, you decided the type of man or woman that you are, and that anybody, SP, new, old, whatever, has to be at that same level, frequency, vibration, and in harmony with your dominant assumptions now of who you are and how your world gets to work out for you. And the moment you start bending and the moment you start over focusing on that relationship or that person, I guarantee you, you're stepping out of your power and you're going to end up either without the relationship or the relationship of your nightmare and not your dreams. Having the life that you want, having the love that you want requires you to figure out who you are first, and then who you want to be in relationship, who you want to be in the world, what that truly looks like, the thoughts and identity associated with it, and to stand on it. And at that point, you will attract either the highest version of the person that is able to be at your level now, or you will attract something better and new. I have many clients that attract that person back in, that manifest that person back in, only to find out they actually don't want that person anymore because they've done so much work on themselves. And yes, you can keep trying to manifest a higher version of that person. But again, is that work in service to the true work and the purpose that you have on the planet and everything else that your life is about? You have to ask yourself the question. If you're spending most of your time in this manifestation community now, after being here, focused on someone else, then I'm telling you, you've got the focus wrong. It is time to return to putting the emphasis, the love, the focus, the attention, your dominant state on yourself, and everything that's healthy will be in balance to that. So it is my hope that this has been helpful to you. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel, like this video, turn that bell on so you know when I'm dropping videos, and make sure that you're on my email newsletter where I'm dropping all of the details. See you in the next video.